Hey guys, my name is Humphreys. Welcome back to this channel. And what we're trying to do here is to make you thrive in life, but also at life. Today, I'm taking a different course. I want to talk about 10 conversational starters that you can have when your anniversary is coming up. So I know all my single people, don't worry, I've got you. Next week, there's something cool coming up for you. This is for those that are in a relationship and maybe your anniversary is coming up. Now, other people, they find it easy to stir up a conversation. They're just cool like that. But there are other people, no matter how long they've stayed with someone, they still struggle to bring up a conversation or even to have a better conversation. Sometimes people will just go to like a restaurant on their anniversary, and the only thing they can think about is that was great food. But I would like you to remember the conversation, what you guys spoke about, and what you remember about your relationship. So everything else that I will talk about, or all the questions that we'll be asking, are actually just focusing on your relationship, how it's been, just reflecting on it. And it's all good stuff, no negativity here, all just great and amazing things. So let's jump right in. The first question that you can ask your partner is, name one or two things that you have enjoyed the most in our relationship in the past year. Good question to ask. Number two, name one moment that you would freeze if given a chance. Remember, this is all to do with the relationship. One moment that you'd freeze if given a chance. What happened? What is that? Like, just name that or mention the scenario, whatever happened there. Good conversational starter. Question number three, name one thing that we did together that brings you joy. This just takes you back to remember, what happened, what was that, what is going on in that. That's a great conversational starter right there. Question four, name one silly or funny moment that cracks you up even now when you remember it. What's that funny moment? That's a great conversational starter that you can have to just like look back, all the silly stuff that happened in your relationship, maybe in the past year. If you've been longer together, hey, look back, maybe 5 years ago, whatever it is. Just look into it, that silly moment, that funny moment. There's those moments in relationship that just like cracks you up, that you just laugh even by yourself when you remember those. That's what I'm talking about. Great conversational start, I think. Number five, name one thing that you have appreciated the most about the other. This is appreciation time. You want to just like focus on them and just appreciate them for how great and how amazing they have been. So yeah, let's talk about this. It's great conversational starter. Number six, what do you think has been one of the best decisions that we've ever made together? As a couple, you definitely make a lot of decisions together. But what is one decision, when you think about it, you are like, wow, that was a great decision that we made together. What is it for you guys? Talk about that. Question seven, name one thing about us that has made this past year funny for you. What has made this past year fun for you about what happens in our relationship? That's a great question to ask, because there's a lot of things that have been happening. And no matter how that year was, but what actually made that ride fun for you, something that happens in our relationship, that's great. What is that? That's, I think, a fantastic conversational starter. Question eight, name one thing that excites you about our relationship. You could go on. I'm just like giving you guys a minimum. You could go 3 things, 4 things, 5 things, whatever it is that excites you about the relationship. That's a great conversational starter question right there. Jump in it and let's see what you guys talk about. Number 9, what's one area that you have seen your partner grow in the most? What's that one area that you're just like, wow, you have definitely grown in this area? What is it? And this is just to see that they should see their progress. They should see that they're doing great. They're doing an amazing work, an amazing job. And you tell them whatever it is comes to mind that you have seen them grow in the most. Like, hey, mention it or just appreciate them. And lastly, question number 10, name 3 things that you wouldn't change about your partner. What are those 3 things that you wouldn't change about them because it's just so great. This is why you fall in love with them. This is why you like them. What are these 3 things that you wouldn't change in your partner? All right, so these are the 10 conversational starters that you can have when your anniversary has come up and you're taking your partner, you're going out for dinner, whether at home or maybe you've gone to a restaurant or somewhere else. Instead of just talking about, oh, the food is great or whatever it is, focus on your relationship and just reflect and look back and have a great time together. All right, if you have extra questions or stuff that you have found helpful, put them in the comment section so that we can learn from each other. Relationships can be fun when you do some things well, and I hope you found this to be helpful for you. And if you're gonna use this, come on, give me feedback. Let me hear how that went. Not the answers, but if you just mention your experience, that would be absolutely great. All right, guys, this is how I love you and leave you. Don't forget to subscribe and put that like button. Always helps us to reach more people. Now, next week, I'm gonna tackle the topic, how to handle breakup like a pro. Looking forward to that one.